We begin with a first alert update. A Clintonville woman is expected to be in court this afternoon after officials say she called in a bomb threat to an Oshkosh synagogue. Officials say 65-year-old Pauline Beyer called the Jewish place of worship, claiming there was a bomb in the building. Court papers say a religious leader at the synagogue got a phone call Monday evening from a woman who said, quote, "I am going to bomb your church in 2 hours," end quote. Police evacuated neighbors' homes and brought in a bomb-sniffing dog. They determined the threat was not credible. Winnebago County investigators say Beyer then called them and asked about the threat. She told police she made it up in order to contact the FBI because she claimed Clintonville police were holding her hostage. Making a bomb threat is a felony. Action 2 News will continue to follow this case and bring you first alert updates.